Hey Questers, and welcome to QUESTober on BMF, your home for all things horror-related on the Oculus Quest. Today on QUESTober, I have a review for Dreadhalls, which releases later today on the Quest. Dreadhalls is a horror dungeon survival game where you have to survive and figure out how to get out of the dungeon. If you happen to watch my gameplay video, you would already know how terrified this game made me. I was literally shaking because I'm just not used to playing horror in VR, and honestly, I was surprised at how many of you said you feel the same way. If you missed my gameplay video the other day, you can check it out in the description. The question is, did I actually go back into the game in order to finish the review? The answer is a little bit, yes. I'm not gonna lie, I only played a little bit farther in the game because to me it was just too much. The tension was killing me. So my review will be based on what I saw and the game itself, but I did not finish the game overall. So is this a game you should grab or should you run the other direction? Technically, if you get it, you'll probably be running the other direction, but anyways, let's jack in and find out. Dreadhalls is one of those games that you watch someone play and you're like, oh, I can do that easy. And then you throw the headset on and you're about ready to crawl into a corner and shut your eyes. At least that's the way I felt, but it could just be me. I've been asked about the length of the game, and for a game like this, that is a hard one. I obviously didn't finish, but if you play through one whole story, then it takes about 2.5 to 3 hours to complete, at a moderate pace. But the thing about Dreadhalls is that the dungeons are procedurally generated, which means no learning where you're supposed to go. If you die in a dungeon, the next time you head into it, the whole thing has changed. I knew that the game was procedurally generated, but I didn't realize that even just dying would cause the dungeon to reset. So when I headed back into the second dungeon after my gameplay video, I was ready to go thinking I knew what was coming, but boy was I wrong. When it comes to gameplay, it's pretty basic, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You start the game off with a lantern and you have to collect oil to keep it lit. There are also coins you can collect and lockpicks that will help you open doors faster when you're running away from something, which will happen, by the way, and it's terrifying. Overall, though, the simplicity of the gameplay really works for this game because there isn't too much to worry about. You have a lamp and a map and a sprint button that you will use. Visually, the game nails the creepy vibe. The shadows and light in the game make you feel like you're standing in a dark dungeon and anything could be around the next corner. The dungeons feel cold and wet, and the maps themselves make you feel claustrophobic. The music and sounds in this game are right there ready to scare the crap out of you as well. It seems like every corner you go around there is some different creepy sound off in the distance, or the wind whips down the corridor and your light flickers. Everything in the game works together to create a tense and scary atmosphere. The thing is, there are monsters in the game, yes, and there are some jump scares, but the whole game is scary because of the atmosphere it creates. The lighting, visuals, sounds, and overall feel of the game all work in sync to make you feel like there is a jump scare around every corner, when in reality, most of the time there's nothing there. So to me, the scariest part isn't even the monsters, it's the expectation of running into something and not knowing what to expect. One last thing that I'll mention is the fact that playing this on the Quest allows for freedom of movement. So if you have a large enough guardian, you can physically walk around the rooms in this game, and that just makes it even scarier. Dreadhalls left me scared and not wanting to go back into the game. Even though looking back now, it is funny to watch, it definitely was not funny at the time. If you're not a fan of horror, then you probably aren't going to like this game. But if you love scaring yourself or just want a game you can bring to parties and watch your friends and family tremble in fear, then Dreadhalls should be a game you look into. Have you played Dreadhalls? What was your scariest moment? Let me know in the comments. If you want to get the most out of your quest and the best bang for your buck, then subscribe to BMF for more quest-related content and hit that bell icon. Plus, if you're looking for more Quest games, you can check out my other reviews here. Also, don't forget to come back the rest of the month for QUESTober, as I continue to scare myself in order to bring you the best in horror on the Oculus Quest. Thanks so much for watching, and happy questing.